We're rolling live. Okay, now we're ready. What's up, dude?
Not much. Drove a car for a bit today.
What was that?
Drove a stick today.
A stick. Smell manual transmission. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. It was awesome. I got some footage of it. It's good.
Pretty anxiety-provoking experience.
Anxiety-provoking experience. That's good. That's some good learning right there, right? If you're not failing, you're not learning.
Yeah, there's a little bit of failing going on there.
Yeah, but not too bad, actually. I have to say you did pretty good.
That was basically my first time. Basically my first... Well, the last time, like yesterday, it died. The time before that... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, tell us about tell that thing. What died? What happened?
The battery died because was it the battery?
Yeah.
The battery died because it was sitting in one spot for a while, and when the car is sitting for too long, I don't really know why, but batteries die and other things start malfunctioning. But he got a trickle charge from our mechanic neighbor and left it overnight, and then it charged the battery. I don't really know how that works, though, but that charged the battery, and then we had to jump start it the first time, but then it just died again, and that was interesting to learn how to jump start a car. Also anxiety provoking, actually. And then today...
What's anxiety-provoking about jump-starting a car?
Well, because even though it's not as big or as fast or as dangerous, really. I mean, it could be. It's just you're dealing with electricity straight out of like a car. Which is like you touch... I learned yesterday if you touch when two sides are engaged, when the positive side and the negative side are engaged to one car, and you have the two other sides, you can't keep them close together or touch each other because it'll arc, right?
Yeah, it will close the loop, as it's known. So when you've got any kind of direct current from a battery, right? You've got two terminals there. One is a positive charge, the other one's negative, right?
Yeah. And
the way that works is it's all one uniform amount of energy coming out.
Yeah.
So when it distributes that energy, it goes in there's a circular flow there. So if you connect the positive to the negative, you're going to be in the middle of the conducting current. So the current will pass through you, right?
Yeah.
So you have to keep them apart, basically. One's the grounding piece that is ground to the body of the vehicle, and the other one's the positive charge, and that's where everything comes out. But if you touch the two together, you're taking on the positive charge, and the current is going through you looking for a ground.
Right.
And in the case of a battery, you'll ground right back to the battery, and it can explode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And if that happens to be, if you have your battery cables are connected to both terminals, and then on the other side you touch them together, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to take that energy out of the battery and go right back into the battery,
which is bad.
Which is probably going to be catastrophic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why you were having some anxiety about it. Maybe you didn't understand the science of it completely, but
I didn't really understand.
But I was letting you know not to leave them in water, and don't try not to touch them together.
Don't touch my metal.
And you're around metal, and you have running vehicles, and it's just a new experience, right?
Yep. pretty cool to learn how to do that. And then drove it around the neighborhood today. And then on Gleason to Fred Meyer. Going into the Fred Meyer parking lot, I think I stalled the car right in front of the, like going like on the drive in, like on the driveway part into the parking lot, which was interesting. But then I got in to the parking lot and that's fine.
So you feel like maybe were you overthinking it a little bit?
Yeah, probably. Or I mean, also underthinking it too, though, because I thought I could just like go slide right in, and then I forgot. I was like, I think I just like missed a step or just didn't. Well, I also put my foot on the gas lightly for a second while I had the. Well, I don't remember what happened, but it didn't work out.
We were coming into the grocery store parking lot on an incline, so you probably had a little more velocity than you maybe thought.
Yeah.
And you probably could have just pushed in the clutch because you had your wheels and stuff going on, and then other traffic was coming out, and I think you seized up for a little bit. You choked a little bit, but it wasn't catastrophic. Of course, I didn't make it better because I was like,
but
I got it. I probably made it worse because I was worried about traffic coming from behind.
True, yeah.
And so, anyways. It was a good moment, though. It was a good learning moment. Everything you did out there today was great.
I learned how to shift a little bit. I learned how to shift, actually, a lot of it.
Your shifting was good. You were a little clunky a few times, but
not super smooth, but like easy. Like I'm doing it easy enough. Basically.
Yeah. And as you know yourself now, after driving an automatic compared to manual,
it's not even the same thing. Not even close.
Yeah.
They don't even come close. Like if you think you can drive like an automatic and then be like, oh, I can drive a manual if I drive an automatic. But you can't. There's no difference other than that you're in a car.
You mean there's a lot of difference? The only similarity is that you're in a car, right?
Yeah, right.
A good deal. Yeah, I mean, driving an automatic is, as you stated before, is basically driving a go-kart.
It's basically as easy as playing video games. Like literally like car video games, it's almost just as easy. There's like not much else involved. Because you don't need 2 feet. You really only need 1 foot. There's only 2 pedals. Yeah.
And you feel like you're in a damn helicopter, right?
Yeah,
like
it's a lot more confusing. For sure.
It's a different experience, right? You're actually feeling the motor at your feet.
Yeah.
And working with that in a way that in the automatic it doesn't require much of you.
Because it just does it for you.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that the non-automatic though does have a lot more kick when you like start to get up to like even like 20. It's a lot faster than, or it just feels like quicker.
Well, the automatic will automatically shift for you, but as you become a better driver, you will anticipate the RPMs. You'll feel the RPMs, you'll see the RPMs, and then you will have control of if you want to shift sooner or later. It's it's kind of an interesting point, isn't it? Freedom requires a little more. A little more responsibility, a little more accountability in what you're doing, because now you have the freedom to shift whenever you want to. Right. So that means you can maintain your RPMs at high levels or low levels based on what you see fit, not what the computer chip does. Right. How is it dealing with me in the passenger seat?
I don't really, like, I feel like there isn't really a problem, but I feel like when I'm not doing something right, it seems like there's a problem. Like you have a problem with that, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
I'm obviously a pretty vocal person, and I tend to kind of telegraph how I'm feeling. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just what I do. And with you, I'm always hyper concerned about everything. not because you're doing something wrong, but because I love you and I'm excited about what you're doing. So it could come off the wrong way, but yeah, I mean, that's my take on it. Was I helpful at all?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's good.
It was definitely helpful. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to like figure it out if you weren't in the car. So. Yeah.
I tend to over-explain, so
it worked out though. We're not dead, so.
Yeah, no, that was because of you. You did a good job driving.
It's a RAV. I don't know what year, but it's a RAV4. It's an older RAV4.
Yeah.
It's like.
I think it's a 2000.
Yeah, something.
It's
like
a 2006 or 7. I think.
Yeah, it's not super old, but it's like definitely older than it's really nice. It's pretty fast, and it sounds nice for a rap. I don't know. Sounds nice.
So yeah, good stuff. You feel like a new layer of freedom coming on.
I feel it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to know that I can say that I've like drove the stick a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be cool. Your car, so you'll be doing good at it. It is your car.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's cool.
So we need to get you your permit, and then get you to put hundreds of hours behind the wheel, and should be good to go. Like most things, you kind of. You're a little resistant at first, and then when you pick it up, you're usually solid on it. That's been my observation anyway.
Yeah. Let's do it. Observation.
You'll be flying straight, safe driver.
Yeah. I need that permit.
All right. Well, I'll put up on this video. I'll put on some of those little videos I took of while you're driving. Those are kind of cool.
Yeah.
We should have got video of jumping the car too.
Oh yeah,
that would have
been good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.